All right, so I bought this used. It's a 5480 Dell Latitude 5480. Now this machine, Dell makes really office and business and student machines, and this is a really good machine. Now it's seen its lifespan with rough, tough, and a lot of love and a lot of usage. You can tell on the scratches it has, but it's a really good workhorse. Now, this one right here, we added about 500 gigs because it's really expensive right now, NVMe's, and it has 16 gigs of memory. And right now, what we're gonna do, because I did sell this machine, so we're gonna go ahead and clean it up and add thermal paste on it, because when you get it out, and I'm pretty sure no one has cleaned this machine. I'll be the first one to open it probably, but it's missing a screw, so somebody probably has. All right, so I'll take that back now. There's a little tiny little notch that you can grab it from there, but the back is always the hardest part to start with. I'm gonna work this angle here. You can do this with a credit card too, so remind yourself that you don't have to use the tools I have, but try not to break these little notches. That's what I'm trying to avoid. All right, let's take a look at under the hood first, all right? So as you can see, they gave us two cheap memories, all right? They replaced the original ones, all right? And these are two 8 gigs to make 16. So thermal is very simple to replace on this one. It's just a couple screws pops out and pretty much. But before you do that, we're going to disconnect the battery. And the battery to disconnect is I love this. This is the thing that I love about Dell, all right? Where they make everything replaceable. Okay, you could add your own drive here, which I like about that they always include the SSD drive. This one, you could add a different kind of drive too also. This is for an M.2B version. They even give you that too. So if you want option for your drive, instead, you could do an NVMe B2 also on this part. On the opposite end, all right? So you're not going to get the greatest speeds, but you're going to get the greatest transfer rate on there, right? And it's more easier, less to lose data than it is on a SATA, all right? So let's take this off on the mechanical drive, I would say, So we're going to disconnect this right here. So it's just one pull, but it hasn't been pulled for a long time. So the only reason I did that, I don't want to shock myself or anything while I'm doing this kind of work. So we're going to unhook this one first, and we don't lose the screws, because they do come off. We're going to put them right here on the side where I can see them, because I'm not planning to move this too much. And I'm lining them up because they might be different screws, all right? So I'm going to put them on each indicated corner. Sometimes, for some reasons, I did find that there were some different screws on certain machines because they grab onto different, but these look like they're all the same size. All right, we got this part going. Now, we do want to pick up from here, but sometimes it just pops up. But I want to see if I have to remove the fan, and let me see if I need to. All right, so if I need to, I guess I don't. Look at that. So this thing is completely dry out, and we're also gonna. It's clean. It's super clean. Whoever done some maintenance on this recently, you could tell whoever replaced the memory, air blow on it. All right, whoever opened this up did some maintenance, but they did not change this out. So we are going to change that out. And I do have some cloth in here. It's dry. It's completely dry. Yeah, I can't even take it off sometimes. It's that dry. So we're going to elevate the performance by doing this. And this is something I do a lot to a lot of machines. If I sell it, I just make sure the minimum maintenance. So by doing this, it's going to last you another year, to be honest with you. This is a big component that why machines start breaking down, is because they don't replace the thermal. So we did this part right here. See how dry it is? It is completely dry. It was easy to come off. And then now we're going to attack the CPU. Now, this one doesn't have a GPU. It's all built in. It's a Windows base system. We might not be able to remove all the thermal paste, but we're going to try. It is like super sticky in there. It's like it hasn't been changed out for years, but it's coming off now. Sometimes it's just overheats, and you could always find out by downloading applications and monitoring the heat source. If your machine's going almost 90 to 100, then it's time to change it out. If it didn't start that way, it was at 50 or 60, and you remember, you can recall, then you do definitely need to change it. So right now we're just going to go ahead and change out thermal, and we're going to do a cross on the entire thing here. All right. I think I'm going to do it in here on this part right here, but I'm going to be for sure put a dot here too. So dot right there. And then we're going to do a little bit here on this one too, because I want to make sure that it grabs onto the whole thing. Okay, that's good enough. The thermal take TG7, all right? Close that. Now, the most difficult part is lining it up. Actually, it's like a puzzle piece. There it is. Press it down, and that should do it. Now, start in each corner, but don't thread them in all the way in. Just enough where they grab on. So that one's grabbing on. Because you want to balance the tightness, all right? You don't want one side to be tighter because all the paste is going to go on one end, all right? So just make sure you do that. You don't completely get rid of the entire thing, all right? So like by pressing it down on one end, the paste will probably go on one side only. So just make sure that you don't tie them all completely all up at the same time. On these machines, if you want to get certified to replace parts, it's very simple. Dell makes it so simple to get certified. I believe the cost was about $250 before to get certified, and you could just start repairing this and working for third parties to repair them. And it's not a bad idea to have something like that at your pocket, but it's something that it came in handy if you work in the field, you know. But if you don't, I wouldn't spend the money on it. I mean, it's just it's a very simple certification that they have. So on this case, you can always replace the wireless card, the drive. You can always put type M.2 drive, another M.2 drive. This is a type B. But a lot of parts can be replaced, especially one of the most important components, the battery. All right. Now, we're not going to forget to plug in the battery, of course. All you got to do is push it down, and that's it. I mean, the battery is, you can replace it, even get it smaller. If you don't want it to be too heavy, you can do that. Memory is a big thing. Top memory you can install this machine is 32 gigs. All right. So we're not that far away from having a full components on there. So right now we have this pushing down and everything's running. We're going to turn it on to test it out, make sure the heat sources are okay. Now, one of the things I personally like about this machine is that it just is very simple to just pop things out and replace them. If this breaks down, you find plenty of components everywhere online for this machine. Now, the motherboard cannot be upgraded with any other GPU or CPU. It's just is as is. That's pretty much what they get. So let's go and cover it up. Now, what you don't know about this machine, it's made for business. I had a SIM card reader here that you could just install from your provider, and you're ready to get internet anywhere. Comes USB type A on this one, HDMI, RJ45 connection, and a 65-watt connection charging station for your components. On the other side, you have VGA, Super VGA, which is old technology for analog and to digital connection. A lock for those that want to secure the system, with 3.5 RCA connection, I believe, is for audio connection. And then we're not done yet. Look at this. They throw in more stuff. Now, this is an SD card reader. This is in case you're a photographer, and a lot of photographers use this machine for, to edit some of the pictures, or if you're doing a photo booth or something like that. This is where you actually put your SIM card. You do have a Type A, but a Type C, but this Type C is not what you think it's going to be a Thunderbolt. There's no Thunderbolt on this one. There's a Type C. I believe it's 3.0. And then a Type A, okay? And that's pretty much it. Type A is not even 10 gig transfer. Components you can replace here is the monitor, the screen. Keyboard is a little tricky to replace because it's embedded within the unit. You would have to do it from underneath. That means you have to remove, you can remove it from the top, right? But it's a little tricky because what you're going to require is that screw that was in the center. It's holding on the actual keyboard, so it's no longer in hold right now. And what you got to do is pop these up right here. They pop up through the corners, and once it pops up in there, you're able to replace the parts. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of tricks to it. So there's a lot of tutorials on this machine how to fix it. I mean, you're going to find a lot of my tutorials there, how to replace batteries, because I did replace batteries, so many batteries on these machines in the past. It has a fingerprint reader that I don't think I ever used it or have anybody that I know that uses this component, because the thing is, it's a BIOS component. You could turn it off and on. And it's one of those things that I didn't even know why they have it.